Look at me and my 2 tabs of games. Oh yeah. Hey, what's up guys? Andy here from Krusty Plug, and thank you very much for joining for today's episode. And oh boy, it is an epic one. So basically, yeah, I actually don't know where to start really, because this is a rather epic pickup. So anyway, I'm going to fill you in the backstory. So this happened actually several weeks ago, and I had put this stuff aside, haven't really gone through it, tidied it up, because I really wanted to share this all with you as well, because it is so awesome to just keep it to myself, so to speak, the excitement. So I was out and about that day, traveling, hitting some charity shops, and I went to this particular charity shop, which I do visit or try to visit fairly frequently. So looking kind of through their stuff on the shelves in the store, there's a few bits, couple Blu-rays, a couple of DVDs I think I picked up, and nothing too exciting. A few decent bits, but nothing too crazy. So, and as I'm kind of walking making my way through the store, and kind of at the back, they got the door that leads into the storeroom or stockroom. And normally that door is closed, and there's like a reflective kind of glass on it, like almost like looks like a mirror, so you don't see inside what's going behind the scenes. But this particular day, that door was fully kind of wide open sideways. And as I'm kind of making my way round, I glanced a reflection in that kind of mirror on the door, where they keep the DVDs on the other side. I've actually been in that stock room a few times in the past, well, a couple of times in the past, but it's been kind of actually a long time ago. So I noticed in the mirror reflection that there's some Blu-rays also sitting on the shelf, because I spotted the blue cases, and I was like, all right, okay, great, so they got some more Blu-rays. So I approached the store manageress. We're not really kind of friendly per se, but we know of each other, so to speak, because I go in and she has noticed me in the past, and I know about her, and it's usual stuff, kind of pleasantries, hi, how are you doing, how's your day been and whatnot, but not really like friends per se. So I approached her and I said, listen, I'm looking for more Blu-rays, and I noticed that you have some at the back in the stock room. Couldn't help to notice, and the kind of reflection in the window, in the mirror on the door. And she says, yeah, no problem, just come inside and have a look. So anyway, she lets me into the back, in the stock room. So I'm standing there in the front of kind of like a big shelf at the back wall, or side wall rather, picking through the Blu-rays. There was a kind of not that many, but a decent pile of Blu-rays, and then all the DVDs. So I'm picking through everything, and then I kind of totally had missed these tabs on the floor, but I looked kind of down on my left, and I noticed 3 tabs like this on the floor. So, and they really kind of caught my eye, and I was starting to look at them, and then I come to a realization that there's some video games inside these tabs. So obviously I just don't want to go and rummage around, so I kind of like turn around, approach the manageress and say, listen, I noticed you have these tabs on the floor, and there appears to be some video games inside. Would you mind if I have a look through? And she goes, oh, that's just a donation that came in, earlier today or yesterday or whatever. She said, I can't remember the time scale, but she says, that's just in. I haven't really looked through, don't know what's inside, but yes, you're very welcome to have a look through and let me know if there's anything you would like to, buy. So anyway, I picked these tabs up, kind of pulled them out of the corner, so to speak. So noticed in one of the tabs, it's full of books, so I could put that aside, so I'm not interested in that one. And then opened these 2, and I was like, oh my god, there's like, just straight away I can tell that there's some good stuff inside, and my kind of heart starts racing. But I don't want to really kind of spend too much time going through everything, maybe even getting my phone out, start scanning looking at the prices and whatnot. I was like, I'm not really sure what the value here really is of everything. But I know I straight away spotted there's like a couple of really good games, and you'll see one particular game in a little while, which almost like makes up for all of this. But anyway, I'm kind of getting too excited, and as I'm kind of there, looking through quickly, she approaches me and goes like, oh, so is there anything you would like to buy? Did you find anything? And I kind of stood up and I said, you know what, I said, actually would like to buy everything, but depends on the price you're looking for and whatnot. And she goes, well, we normally charge £3 per video game, and she goes, how many are there? And I says, you know, there's quite a few, but I didn't count, but you know, I was hoping you can just give me kind of like a bulk deal price, so to speak. And she kind of looks down and she then looks back to me and she says, you know what, just make me an offer. And I was like, oh my God, I hate making offers, because ultimately I don't want to lowball them. And, you know, it's a charity shop. They still need to kind of raise some money for charity, one way or another one. But I also don't want to overpay. And I don't know what's the retail value of this, you know, what would be my kind of price I would be happy. So it's kind of, it's a stab in the dark, so to speak, because I haven't really even in my head tallied up what this all might be worth. So anyway, the kind of the figures going through my head, and then I just blurb out with an offer. I says, well, how about £100? Does that sound fair to you? Or, you know, would you like more? Or, you know, just kind of, let's start at 100. So she kind of looks down on the tabs and goes for a couple of seconds. I can see she's like in her mind thinking about it as well. And then she looks at me and goes, you know what, that's actually fine with me. I'm happy with £100. You can have them for 100. I was like, yes. So anyway, we done the deal. And here we are. So I kept this aside for you guys. So let's dive in, have a look through, and yes, this is a bit of an epic pickup in one way or another one, but you will see in a second. Okay, just let's dive in. Right, so let's start with this particular tab here, in no kind of particular order, but I think the more kind of some of the more epic stuff, awesome stuff is another tab. But anyway, so there were like a selection of PC games which I took as well, because I do like collecting for the PC and I do like playing an occasional PC game. So there was a couple kind of games that were overspilling that didn't fit in a tab, so I took them anyway. So nothing too exciting. So we got Sim City 4 Deluxe Edition, then we got Zoo Tycoon, some sort of like craft artist, the Encyclopedia of Craft Artists. So I think it's just a kind of not a game, but like a digital encyclopedia. Then Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic 2, the Sith Lords. So actually I've been meaning to play this for a while, so this is, as far as I know, quite a good game, but haven't gotten around yet. And then the kind of the value edition of the Elder Scrolls 3 Morrowind Game of the Year edition. So this is one of these kind of cheaper re-releases, but nonetheless. So now, well, in fact, there's a couple more PC games here. So Dead Space, so definitely a keeper for me. I actually completed this recently, the Xbox 360 version. I played it on my Series X. It's backwards compatible, with kind of updated graphics and frame rates and stuff. So actually really enjoyed it. Had played it before, but I don't think I ever completed it, so completed it on a 360 version. And yeah, really enjoyed it actually. So started to play the second one, got to one bit quite far in the game, but kind of got stuck a little bit and haven't gone back, but need to go back and play. But this one here is actually really nice and crispy mint copy, so yeah, keeping that one definitely. So some cheap release, 1000 best games for Windows, so not particularly bothered about that. Right, so we got this one here. Ta-da! So the Game Boy adapter for SNES or Super NES, so quite pleased with that. I can't remember, I think this is about, I don't know, 10-15 pounds or something there, so region between 10 and 20 I think. So quite a nice addition to my collection. So then, speaking of the Game Boy, we got a loose cart of Donkey Kong Land 3 in the kind of the protective case, which is rather nice and clean as well. So here we go. So quite pleased about that as well. So that was there. That was the only game in there for the Game Boy, but nice find. Right, then keeping with Nintendo, we got some DS games, which I'm really pleased about as well. So we got Super Mario DS, a really nice clean copy. I'm not entirely sure whether I already got this. I think I might have. Well, it's actually Super Mario 64 DS. So, but nonetheless, Mario Kart. Unfortunately, manual missing, but nonetheless, I got that already. So that will be going onto my eBay store, and this is complete. So really nice. So then we got Trauma Center Under the Knife. Is this complete? No, manual missing, which is a bit of a shame, but I don't think I got this, so that might go into my collection. And I don't know if I got Harry Potter and the Goblet of Fire, but that's another one, really clean copy that's complete with manual. So then a few more PC games. Let's go through here. So we got Ground Control 2 Operation Exodus. I've never played this. I think it's maybe a bit of like a real-time strategy type of game. I don't really know. The Sims expansion pack Unleashed, The Sims Unleashed. Okay, and well, this is just for a bit of a cardboard. StarCraft 2 Wings of Liberty. So this is obviously one of these kind of online activation games. So once it's activated, that's it. You cannot do it anymore. Right, so then we're diving into kind of PlayStation stuff here. So I got a couple demo discs, which I'm really pleased for PlayStation 2. So we got FIFA Football 2005 and also Sega Superstars. So I tried to pick up some demo discs and stuff, so which is kind of formed a part of the gaming history. So quite happy with these two being there. And then this is actually a sealed one and looks like original PlayStation demo one. There's like McDonald's logo on it, so I wonder if this was maybe some sort of like a McDonald's Happy Meal deal or something. So I'm not entirely sure, but it's still sealed. So yeah, pretty awesome find. So and then we got some PlayStation 1 games. Unfortunately, most of these missing manuals, which is a real bummer, but nonetheless, beggars can be choosers. So we got, this is actually a complete one, Army Men 3D. Case is a little bit cracked, but I'll probably find the replacement. So then the Platinum Edition of Soviet Strike, and it's complete. Aqua GT, this is complete as well with manual, and actually the case is rather nice and crispy. So yeah, Aqua GT, I don't think I got this in my collection. No, I don't think I do. Then Final Fantasy 7, missing manuals, but never mind, so I already got that. Then we got Harry Potter and the Philosopher's Stone, this is actually complete, got that already in my collection, so this will be up for a trade. ODT, so this is complete as well, but the case is a bit bashed, but I got that already in my collection, so the one for the trade. Nice Cats, complete, value series. Cannot quite remember. It is behind me, but I don't want to just stand there for 5 minutes trying to find it. Then we got another Final Fantasy, and this is Final Fantasy 8, but missing the manual, but I got this already, so again, another one for the trade. Then moving on with more PlayStation 1 games. So, oh my god, this is without the manual, but I don't think I had this. So we got Final Fantasy Anthology, European Edition. So that's quite a nice addition to my collection if I don't have it. So we got Digimon, but missing the manual. So the rest will, I think, all will missing manuals. All are missing manuals. The Adventures of a Monkey Hero, I believe got that already. Then Platinum Edition of Croc Legends of the Gobos. Okay, but the manual missing, but the case is in fairly decent nick. Bugs Bunny and Taz Time Busters. I don't think I have this one. I think it's quite, no, it definitely doesn't have manual, so. But anyway, so another for my collection. Jade Cocoon, Story of the something. Oh my god, I cannot really read it. It's a weird kind of font. But anyway, Jade Cocoon, so definitely don't have this one. So I think it's like an RPG game, so which is awesome. So then we got Mickey's Wild Adventures Platinum Edition, got that already, I think I do. Crush Team Racing Platinum, and I think is it WWF SmackDown wrestling game. Not big on my wrestling games, but never mind. Dragon Ball Z or Z Ultimate Battle 22. Okay. Then we got Spyro 2 Getaway to Glimmer. I think it is Glimmer, isn't it? To Glimmer, yeah, sorry, couldn't read another font. So Getaway to Glimmer, so Spyro 2. Right, ooh, Spider-Man 2 Enter Electro. So I don't think I have ever played it. I think I do have it in my collection, but that's a nice one as well. Rayman, actually playing this at the moment. So I got already the Platinum and the original release. So I know that some of the PlayStation games are very dated now, but this actually still looks pretty awesome for it's kind of like cartoony design. So yeah, I'm really enjoying this. So playing that at the moment. So Lego Rock Riders, the Fifth Element Volume Series. Don't think I do have this one. Then we got Crash Bash and Platinum, and I don't think I got this either. Unfortunately missing manual and the artwork, but it's best of Infogrames. I don't actually sure what's how it's properly pronounced. Anyway, Worms Armageddon. So missing both artwork and manual. Then we got Crash Bandicoot. Was it Crash Bandicoot 3 Warped? And missing the artwork, but the manual is there. And last but not least, we got original Crash Bandicoot, big fat case, and it's got some sort of like a demo there as well, and it says there a sticker demo included, demo disc, but the manual is missing, but I think this is a keeper as well for myself. Right, so these were the PlayStation 1, and then we got some Super Nintendo or SNES games, which I'm really pleased. The cards only, but nonetheless, we got the Jungle Book. So I'm pretty sure I hardly have any of these. So pretty good condition. Then unfortunately, the artwork sticker is kind of slashed up a bit, but we got Super Adventure Island. Then NBA Jam Tournament Edition. So that's a pretty decent clean copy. There's actually somebody's, says the Card Club, Sega, Nintendo, Sony, blah blah blah. So obviously mail order available. So it must have been some sort of mail order. So Super Smash. Super NES Nintendo Scope 6. Then we got Desert Strike Return to the Golf. This is unfortunately quite yellow on the back, but I'll try to clean it up as best as I can. Then we got Kirby's Dream Course, so I definitely don't have that in my collection. And also this one here, Kirby's Fun Pack 8 games in 1. Okay. And last but not least, two more, and we got Street Racer and Magic Boy. So that's the last SNES game. So there you have it. So that was the tab number 1. So actually, yeah, quite a few decent games in there, and yeah, super pleased about this. So let's have a look at the tab number 2, and there is some golden nuggets, a couple golden nuggets in there. Okay then, tab number 2. So what do we have here? So a couple of DVDs, sealed copy of Hunger Games and Guardians of the Galaxy, so I'm not particularly bothered about these in any way, shape or form, but nonetheless. So we got some PSP games. So we got Kingdom Hearts Birth by Sleep. So I don't think I got this in my PSP collection. Unfortunately, missing manual, but again, you know, it's there nonetheless. Then we got Crisis Core Final Fantasy 7. Yeah, so this is complete with manual. I'm not sure if I got this. My PSP stuff is kind of tidied away somewhere, so I need to dig it out. Dissidia 012. This is, I think, part of some sort of like a bundle copy, but nonetheless, probably had kind of like some book collector's book included or something. But it is with kind of manuals and whatnot. That's all there. And then last but not least, PSP wise, and it's complete, Platinum Edition of Ratchet & Clank Size Matters. So actually definitely looking forward to play this. I've been trying to kind of delve into the original Ratchet & Clank on the PlayStation 2. I have played it for several hours, but kind of need to go back and carry on, but really enjoying it. Nice platformer. Right then, some more PC games. So what do we have here? So we got the sold out edition of Far Cry. Really nice epic game. I remember playing this quite a lot back in the day, so might load it up at some point, but yeah, that was for its time was absolutely awesome first person shooter. Space Colony, not sure about that. Looks like some sort of like sim game. Then we got sealed copy of King Arthur collection. So if it's sealed, might actually trade this, not really looking to open it. So unfortunately not usable because again online activation, but the orange box. So this is an awesome release, Half-Life 2 Episode 2, Team Fortress 2 and introducing Portal. Also includes Half-Life 2 and Episode 1, so yeah, it's Half-Life 2, oh my god, what a game. I hope that they're gonna remake it or remaster it at some point rather. But yeah, epic. I think it's still graphically kind of fairly holds up nowadays, and I think they're doing on now latest the kind of the RTX video cards. There's some sort of like a mode available, RTX mode. I don't have an RTX card on my PC yet, so I need to actually upgrade my graphics card in my PC. So once I do that, I might revisit this because it is an awesome game. So then we go to Battlefield 1942 World War II Anthology. Okay. I never really played this much. I was more, I entered the series at the Battlefield 2 on the PC, but I think this was back in the day as well, a blast. Freedom Force, not sure much about this, some sort of cartoony superhero game. The Sims, and the cheap re-release of Stronghold 2 Deluxe. Okay, more PC games. Yep, Medieval, Total War. Got that already. I think I got this already as well. Black and White. Republic, the Revolution. Looks like some sort of like first-person shooter, but I have never played this. And Rayman Gold, and this is the kind of the Focus, the cheap re-release. Then few more PC games. Oh no, yeah, 3 more. So we got Mass Effect 3. This is, I think, the one that you have to activate on EA Origin account. So again, just a piece of plastic really, but never mind. Rome, Total War, and then Star Wars Galactic Battlegrounds Saga. So might actually check this out at some point. I do kind of like the Star Wars universe, but not that now for PC. Now, then we're moving on to some Wii games. And first of all, ta-da-da, we got obviously the new Super Mario Bros. Wii. So, an epic game, yeah. Who doesn't love a bit of Super Mario Bros? And the Wii version is fantastic. So, I've played this before. It's a really nice clean copy with all the bits inside. I think it's actually might even have the original Nintendo Club unused points card as well, which is a nice kind of piece of history. Okay, then we got Zelda, The Legend of Zelda Twilight Princess. I believe I got this already for my Wii. Definitely don't have this one, Soul Calibur Legends. So I'm definitely going to keep this for my Wii collection. Mario Party 8. I believe I do have this, but a nice clean copy, so it would be nice for trade. Super Paper Mario. I believe I got this already as well, so another one would be for the trade. Wow, keeping this definitely. Fire Emblem Radiant Dawn. So definitely looking to keep this and check it out. So I have never really played any of the Fire Emblem games, but yeah, I believe they are really good RPG games. And then Super Mario Galaxy, another blast from the past. So another clean copy, which I do have already. So definitely another one for the trade. And now some really maybe not so exciting stuff for some, but you know, there is a couple really good games in there, and we got some GameCube, and I'm really happy about the GameCube games because I am going for a full PAL GameCube set. So like my find here. So some of them are missing manuals, so let me go this way. So we got, yeah, A player's choice of Super Smash Bros. Melee, so this is missing unfortunately manual, but still good to have it. So complete copy of Resident Evil, so I got this already, so this will be for trade, or maybe I can look into swapping out the case because the case is rather good nick, so I think I do have a couple bashed cases, so I might just use that as a donor. So this is another complete copy of Super Monkey Ball 2. Cannot quite remember, might not have this, so might need to keep it. Complete copy of Die Hard Vendetta. Okay. Beautiful Joe. So I don't think I got this one, might be wrong, but nonetheless, Capcom game, so really pleased it was there. Harvest Moon, complete A Wonderful Life, need a check, cannot quite remember, but again, another GameCube game. Right, we'll leave this till later, so this is really nice as well. Unfortunately missing manual, but we got Paper Mario, The 1,000-Year Door. I don't think I got this in my collection, so that will be another one to keep. Player's choice of a Metroid Prime, and it is complete. Yes, it is complete. Nice copy, fairly clean. So believe I got this, but if I do, well, I do actually. I know I do. So this is another one for trade. Then this is the one I got already as well. Star Wars Rogue Squadron 2. And this I think is, no, it is complete. Felt quite light, but complete. Or is this? Oh, I'd always felt light because this is not the original GameCube case, so it's been swapped out, but never mind. So Mario Party 4 and 5. So player's choice, but never the. Nonetheless, happy about them. Mario Party 4 missing manual. The 5 is complete with manual, so and both are fairly clean copies. Then we got WarioWare Incorporated, Mega Party Games. So that's another GameCube one. So don't actually remember whether I got this or not, but it is I think an exclusive GameCube title. So if I don't have it, definitely a keeper. And then one of the heavy hitters in all of this pile, which I think is the most expensive game. And last time I checked, well, a few weeks back, I think CX is selling it for £85, and I don't think I got this in my collection, which almost like pays for everything here. It is The Legend of Zelda 4 Swords Adventures. Ta-da! So yeah, about 85, probably goes a bit more on eBay as well. I haven't checked really the eBay prices. Probably I wouldn't be surprised if you're looking more £100 mark. But it is fully complete with manuals, inserts. Let's have a quick look at the disc. And the disc is very nice as well. There's a couple minor marks on it, but nothing, probably doesn't even justify a resurfacing, so it is good as it is. So yes, fantastic. So absolutely pleased about this. Well, I'm pleased about everything. So there will be definitely quite a few games I'm going to be keeping, but yeah, this is the one of the heavy hitters in this one here. So yeah, creeping up to £100 mark retail value. So very pleased. So ultimately, this is the crown jewel in this pickup, and yeah, I'm delighted to say the least. So there you have it, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. So hope you agree this was a rather nice and epic pickup for £100. Definitely worth much more money. I did tally up a pile of these games several weeks back. I think it was GameCube games and SNES games, and I think there were retail values somewhere in the region of £330, something like that. So plus we got some PlayStation 1 games, some PSP games, so all in, I would kind of guess probably reaching up to about 450, maybe even 500, so with a bit of luck, so not entirely sure. But yes, for £100 I'm more than pleased. So there you have it, guys. So thank you very much for enjoying, or for joining today's episode, and hope you did enjoy it. This created some excitement for you as well, and maybe will give you some kind of boost to go out and hunt for the treasures like I did. But yeah, so thank you very much. Thank you for stopping by, and I shall see you very soon in the next one. But for now, take it easy.